I forgot how epic and upbeat this music was.
Yeah, most music in video games are pretty dope. Like they're
And it's just supposed to be low-key like background music. Oh cool, you just defeated the dragon, nice.
Speaking of dragons,
You are strong. I am lost.
Then calm yourself and surrender. There's no reason for you to die.
That I cannot do.
What?
I must go to him.
No! Wait! Nasir, good timing. Grab her, will you? I'm sorry. Nasir? Oh! Ah!
Dick!
Ah! Ike!
Oh, there's Tanya! Nasir, what are you doing?
Go now! Hurry! So, you were the traitor. Someone's been giving information to the enemy. Was that you too? And Mist's medallion? Are you telling me you've been working for Dayan this whole time, but you're a Laguz? Why? Talk to me! Ugh, this is useless. Get him out of here! His traitor's face is making me ill. Blast! Until this has been cleared up, you'll be held in custody. I won't question you anymore. When you decide to talk, let me know.
Yeah, his mouth actually moved for the ...
Go to Palmeni Temple. What did you say?
Some temple. Go there. Okay.
Go!
Crud,
Such
yeah.
sadness.
So, the capital's fallen, eh? I knew it would come to this. Still, how disappointing! It doesn't matter how well you train an army, if they don't fight, they become weak. What's the life of a soldier without a steady diet of war? Blood and pain are the foods of a true warrior.
Speaking of soldiers, Your Highness, the majority of our forces have been moved here.
I left more than enough soldiers, and yet they could not prevail? I may have overestimated Ina. Even if she is a dragon, I suppose that was the best she could do.
I suppose.
But the important thing is the Black Knight. Where's he gotten to? Did you see him in the capital?
I did. He bid me present that. Yeah, he bid me present this to Your Majesty.
That's weird language.
It's found its way back to my hands at long last. Unwrap it, quickly. Unwrap it and show it to me.
Very well.
Do be careful not to touch it, Petrine. It wouldn't do to have you go mad. I'd hate to have to kill you.
Here it is, Your Majesty.
Behold, how wonderful. See how it reacts in the war I have brought to this pathetic land.
This is Laurent's medallion?
Yes, and inside is a dark god of immeasurable power and cruelty. It once caused a flood so great that all continents save Tellius were submerged in a watery tomb.
That blue light.
You, me, even this very castle itself. We all radiate various forms of chaotic energy, and the Dark God is pure chaos. The light you see is that energy calling out to the chaos around us. That is why some scholars refer to it as the Fire Emblem. Look how you tremble. This light has the power to bewitch the human soul, you know. It calls to our chaotic impulses, like the urge to slaughter every living thing in sight. Do you feel its invitation? The permission to act on any base emotion that resides in your heart, no matter how unspeakable?
My report is not finished.
Ah, Petrine. Guard!
Yes, Your Highness.
Wrap the medallion and place it in the vault. At once. Go on. The report?
Of course, yeah. As your majesty ordered, the Black Knight moves to capture Princess...
Oh.
the Serenus. Oh yeah, at last report he was on his way to Phoenicis.
I see. So he's decided on the princess and not the prince, eh? Did he give any reasons?
Yes, your highness, it was based on the findings of a group of scholars. Because the princess was isolated for over 20 years, they feel her magic will be stronger than her brother's.
Yet, can the Black Knight outwit the Hawk King of Phoenicis and steal her away?
The Hawk King is not always at her side. Plus, as you know, the Black Knight is in possession of warp power. If someone of his might has the ability to appear and disappear at will, it may be that he is without equal. With the exception of your majesty, of course, I mean...
I will have to test that someday, but not today. It's not often that one finds a tool as useful as he is.
Well spoken, your majesty.
Now then, Patrine, my dear Patrine. You have made one blunder after another. How will you prove your worth to me? If you wish to remain in my service, you must show me results. Unless you too wish to become food for Raion here.
Your majesty, I will redouble my efforts. I won't let you down again.
You can be a general, or you can be dinner. I don't really care which. But do try to show a little initiative, won't you?
Yes, your highness, by your leave.
Hold. I forgot one thing. What happened to Ina when the capital fell?
According to our reports, she escaped. Her current location is unknown. However, this is Ina we're speaking of. She will return to your majesty, will she not?
Kill her.
What?
I've no further use for her. Oh, but if it's too much for you to kill her outright, use her trust and stab her in the back.
As you wish.
Jeez, he's kind of crazy.
Mm-hmm. He is Mad King Ashnard.
Chapter
And he didn't even have to
22.
touch the medallion to become mad. What do you know?
Oh man, that was a long speech of his. My throat's gonna be feeling that one.
Oh boy.
Overcoming many hardships, Ike and his company finally arrive in the Daean capital of Navasa. However, much to their dismay, King Ashnard is nowhere to be found. According to intelligence reports, the king is in Crimea's capital of Melior, preparing to wage war against Gallia. In addition, at least half of the Daean army, including its most elite forces, remain unharmed at his side. The Crimean army is again forced to march. This time, however, the battlefield will be their own homeland. Eagerly awaiting their arrival is a Daean army more powerful than anything they have faced so far. This fact, coupled with Nasir's act of betrayal, has filled Ike with apprehension and disappointment. Yet, it is then that all hope seems faint, that unexpected good news arrives. What could it be, I wonder?
Ah, the fire's growing!
Be now Han Solo.
Han Solo, chapter 22. Yay!
Get the Millennium Falcon, Chewie.
Oh my gosh.
Daean keep? What do they keep?
General Ike, sir, reinforcements have arrived from Benyon.
Reinforcements? I haven't heard anything about this. Have you, Princess Alencia?
No, not a word.
Are you sure they're Benyon troops?
Yes, sir. They fly Benyon's insignia. They can be no doubt of their authenticity. And the man in command of one of Benyon's most beloved heroes, General Zelgius. There's no mistaking him, sir.
Allow me to meet with him first.
I beg your pardon. Are you General Ike?
I am, and you are?
I am Zelgius, Earl of Cadole. I've been dispatched from Benyon with a battalion to support your army.
Your assistance is much appreciated, but this is very unexpected.
I understand your surprise. For Benyon's Imperial Senate, this decision was made with unusual haste.
I imagine so. It took forever just to get the soldiers I have now.
Well, there's a reason behind this expeditious decision. Duke Persis has returned home. Do you mean Sephiran? Correct. Duke Persis is also senior statesman of the Imperial Senate. The Duke returned from his travels and began working immediately to settle pressing affairs of state. First he met with the Apostle, and they exchanged reports on both foreign and domestic matters. They then discussed Benyan's position in relation to the current conflict, and possible courses of action. In less than half a day, they brought the entire Imperial Senate into line, and sent us here to you. So you're saying that Benyan has allied itself with Crimea? Is that it? That's it exactly. I am at your service, General Ike. Oh, wow. Thank you. Now then, please, tell me what you would have my men do. I'm ordered to help in any way possible. You've caught me off guard. I can't think of anything right now. In that case, do I have permission to make camp around the palace and rest my troops? Yes, please do. That's no problem. Thank you. Please, do not hesitate to call if you have any need of us. We are at your disposal.
You gained an ally.
Ba-ba-ba-ba-bum.
Benyan reinforcements? That was unexpected, wasn't it?
Certainly was. It seems the Apostle and Sephiran did the impossible by getting them to us.
All for our little army. It's hard to believe they would go to all this trouble. First, we take Dane's capital, and now this! Things are looking up.
You're right. Even if we don't receive help from Gallia, we still may be able to defeat Ashnard.
That's true. It's like a dream.
I have to disagree.
Oh, look! Soren's upset again! Who knew? What is it this time?
The Crimean army is not the crux of Dane's defeat. This war means nothing.
What does that have to do with the arrival of these reinforcements?
Telling them that just arrived is greater in number than the ones we originally received. Not only that, but all of these soldiers are marching under Benyan's name. So? So if these reinforcements are responsible for defeating King Dain, what do you think will happen? That achievement is the very victory itself will belong to the Benyan Empire, not to Crimea. If that happens, Crimea will be rebuilt, however Benyan sees fit, and Princess Alencia will be a mere figurehead. And then the deeds of an unknown mercenary company will be expertly covered up. We'll receive some paltry sum of money and be swept under a rug somewhere. Mark my words.
Soren, you're being so rude. Surely the Apostle of all people would never do such a thing.
And this General Zelgius seems sincere enough to me.
Come, Soren. I have heard of situations like this which you describe, but whether this is such a case, we've been fortunate to receive this goodwill. Must we always search for such ulterior motives?
Yes, we must. Have you forgotten it's here? It's that sort of naive attitude that allowed him to retain it undetected for so long. You people don't seem to get it. We are at war. All doubts, and no matter how small, must be extinguished. If they aren't, we could well be ignoring something that could lead to our defeat, or to our death.
Okay.
Let's take Soren's comments under consideration and discuss this at length. We meet in 1 hour. Ike, I'd like to report the results of our last battle.
It's been an hour already?
MVP Marsha?
Oh, really?
Interesting. Alrighty. There were no deaths and no injuries beyond our capability to heal. Everyone performed exceedingly well. That is all. Ready to leave? I'll take my... excuse myself.
And see you in an hour. I'll excuse myself and see you in an hour.
I gotta say, I did Soren's lines this time exceptionally well. Usually I trip and stumble over every single thing.
There's the prison home that Nasir's behind, right?
Let's go with that. Yeah. Just staring at him. Don't let him out. just death glare. Alright, let's do some of the info stuff, since it's not a lot.
Oh, it's George.
Hey, Ike, or General Ike, wait up. Say, if there's an enemy in my way, but I don't want to kill him, what do you think I should do? Is this about that stupid game again? Well, it's all your fault. You had to go and tutor Daniel, and now I've been in this losing streak. Tutor? You mean back when we were on board the ship? It was just one hint. Daniel isn't like me, he's smart. I'm the one who thought up this game, but he's the one who's getting better and better. I hardly ever win anymore. Instead of playing that game, why don't you try some real combat? Oh, stop joking around. We're happy-go-lucky traveling merchants. We don't know anything about fighting. Give me a break. It's nice you're having fun and all, but please, can you save your stupid game for someone who's not fighting for their life day in and day out?
Well, what do you expect? Everything's war, 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 and there's no place for us. All we can do is play this game. Sorry, I'll just go lose again. Oh, for heaven's sake. Look, if there's an opponent you don't want to kill, just shove him out of the way. Then you don't have to fight him. Huh? Oh, thanks. We are what we are, but we'll be with you till the end. I hope we can continue to be of service. Alright. Yes, thanks. Sorry for being so irritable. Oh, that's alright. I know how much stress you've been under. Yeah, and you're just giving me more! Something on your mind?
Oh, Commander Ike. Oops, I guess I'm supposed to call you General now, huh?
Commander's fine. So what's going on? Are you thinking about the person you were looking for?
That's settled. Actually, no, it's not really settled. It's just I figured that worrying about it all the time wasn't doing me any good. I turned over every rock and beyond during my search, but it's just easier to assume that everything's going well somewhere.
Well, as long as you're happy, I won't say a word. So, what were you thinking about then?
I didn't say anything before, but Dayan is my homeland.
Is that so?
Yeah, until a few years back, I lived in the slums of Navasa and stole for a living. So, anyway, I went back to my old stomping grounds and saw some friends. The rest of the city's empty, but they're still here. We've got no other place to go, you know?
And what did they have to say?
We are the Dawn Brigade, and we will stop everyone from tearing. Everyone was mad that the Crimea had won. They said if the king had been here, there's no way that they would have been defeated. It's so weird. Until now, all they had ever done was complain about this place.
I see.
You know, Ashnard wasn't much a bad king, at least as far as we could see. If you were strong enough, you could rise up and become a knight one day. You could escape the filthy slums. He was the only king who ever gave us that chance, that hope. Don't get me wrong, I don't mind fighting with all of you, but still, seeing your homeland scarred and trampled like this is tough. I'm sorry, I know Crimea is suffering in the same way, but I can't change how I feel.
He probably met up with the old Dawn Brigade!
Maybe. Although, he's like the older one, right? Or would there still be like a young...
Well, I mean, Nolan's probably older than he is, so...
True.
Yeah.
So we maybe met up with Nolan
And probably
Leo.
Edward and Leonardo are probably like friends at the time. They're probably just as young as Soph is, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Edward's already becoming a Banff.
Yes! Edward the Banff!
Ho ho, I would love to have a chance to train with a Pegasus Knight.
Could only increase my already mighty skills. Oh, here comes one now. Marsha!
Huh?
I would like to have the pleasure. Oh, pardon me. I forgot to introduce myself. My name...
I already know who you are. Crimean Royal Knight 5th Platoon Captain Kieran. Did I get that right?
How do you know my name? Not to mention my post. Maybe it was the fame I won during our last battle? No, I was only semi-glorious.
I was MVP of that last battle. What are you talking about?
Right? Oh, perhaps I have injured you. Are you with a past transgression? Are you here to revenge yourself on me?
No.
Oh, then tales of my valor must have spread to other countries. Perhaps you know of the time I slew the giant spider of... Nah, that's pushing it. But it is possible. Let's see. It's also possible that...
Hey, meathead!
Yeah, what? Don't scare you like that.
We all know your name. You announce yourself every time we fight. I am Crimean Royal Knight 5th Platoon Captain Kieran. See me and tremble.
Well, that explains it.
So, how can I help you?
Huh?
Didn't you want to ask me something?
Oh, that's right. What did you want to ask you? Was it? No, that's not it.
Right. Well, you can find me whenever you remember. Sheesh! I think this guy's helmet's on too tight.
But I'm not wearing my helmet!
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Okay, yeah, we are definitely done here.
You're dying.
My throat, every time I did the I'm like, I could feel it just like grating my poor throat.
Yeah, we're done for the week. Let's call it good. Thanks everyone for sticking
Ashnard
on.
hurt me.
Ashnard hurt a lot of people, man.
Well, thanks for sticking with us for so long. We love you, and we would like to you to have a very nice rest of your day.
Yeah, take care everybody.
Mwah.